So we've all seen that real estate has been a hot topic all over the news, from TV, online, and everything in between. But I'm not going to bore you with what's going on in the market and the statistics. Instead, I'm going to highlight what makes Aiken, South Carolina stand apart from any other real estate market. Hey there, I'm Lindsey Vance with Real Broker LLC here in Aiken, and on today's episode, I'm going to highlight a few things like the unique architectural style of the homes in Aiken, the neighborhoods, the home pricing, and even touch a little bit on taxes. So let's dive right into it. Did you know that the real estate in Aiken actually dates back as early as 1785? That home still stands today in Aiken. Also, the winter colony was established in the early 1800s, so there may even be some historic homes and estates throughout Aiken that date back as early as those times. Now, with this kind of history brings such a variety of real estate to Aiken. We have everything from your traditional single-family home to townhomes, farms and equestrian estates, historic estates and cottages, and so much more. Architecture in Aiken is definitely unique and one of a kind. You have a mix between your traditional, contemporary, that modern new construction, and those historic older estates. There's truly a lifestyle and home for everyone in Aiken, because you have options like a traditional single-family home to an easy maintenance townhome, even an apartment or loft apartment downtown. We also have manufactured homes, historic estates and cottages, plantations, barn dominiums, and even our famous hunt box. You might ask, what's a hunt box? It's pretty well known here in our area to accommodate when you want to have your horses right there with you. Sometimes the barn is attached to the residence on the same level, and sometimes the residence is above the barn. It makes it very efficient for easy farm living. One thing to keep in mind if you decide on that historic home or cottage, especially if you're in city limits, most of those homes may be on the Historic National Register, or even just have restrictions on what you can and cannot do with the property. Aiken has neighborhoods that cater to pretty much any lifestyle. Whether you're looking to live near a golf course, live on a lake, have your horses at home, or even have your airplane in a hangar right in your backyard. If you're looking for a neighborhood that is basically little to no maintenance, you might be looking for something where you actually own the home yourself, but the developer still owns the land. And that means everything is cared for. So you can basically turnkey walk in your home and have no maintenance. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more space, but still want an easy maintenance size lot, you'll be looking in some of the newer construction neighborhoods or maybe some of the smaller cottages in the downtown area. We also have some neighborhoods with a little bit more space and privacy, with even a 1 or 2 acre minimum. Also, if you want to have a small farm or have your horses in your yard, some of those neighborhoods may have a minimum of 4 or 5 acres. Another thing to keep in mind when you're considering neighborhoods in the area are the restrictions and covenants they may have in place. This may keep you from having certain types of fencing, certain animals, or even building additional structures on the property. So definitely check those things out before you make improvements or plan on that being your permanent home. So Aiken is well known for its recreation with horses and golf. So if you're interested in either of those sports, you'll have a variety of neighborhoods to choose from. Equestrian neighborhoods specifically, Aiken is famous for. There are more than 22 neighborhoods that are horse friendly. They cater to having your horse right in the backyard or even having a community barn where you can ride with others. Now, moving on to one of the most important topics is the home value and taxes for properties here in the Aiken area. The home values in the last few years have come upwards of $250,000. Now that is much lower than your national average, and you have a ton of options to pick from depending on the lifestyle you're looking for. Now, because this home value is lower than the national average, it does appeal to a lot of buyers. You have first-time buyers, second home buyers, and even some investors. But if that's the case, you want to keep this in mind. Property taxes for Aiken County. If you're a resident of the state and it is your primary residence, you'll be taxed at that lower possible rate of 4%. If you decide to have a second home, an investment property, or a commercial property, it will be taxed at that higher rate at 6%. Your taxes almost triple. You do have a couple tax exemption options here in Aiken County. Depending on the acreage that you have, you may qualify for an agricultural tax exemption. There's also what's called a homestead exemption. Now, this term is used widely across other states, but here in South Carolina, it means that if you are of the age of 65 or older and you've lived in the state of South Carolina for at least a year, you may qualify for a pretty big tax exemption. Now, here's an interesting fact some may not know. If you have a manufactured home that is not on a permanent foundation, it's not considered real estate. Therefore, they don't tax you as real property. So if that's the case, you'll end up getting two tax bills. One for the land that the home is sitting on and one for the home itself. Once you combine it and put it on a permanent foundation, you'll get reduced to that one tax bill and it will be considered a valuable piece of real estate. Here's one more fun fact about Aiken County. If you're a 100% disabled veteran, you will actually qualify to be exempt from your real estate property taxes. How cool is that? So now you have the style of homes, the location and neighborhoods, the home value, and a little bit about the taxes. I truly think Aiken has a home for everyone. If you have any questions about the Aiken real estate market and what might be suitable for you and the lifestyle you're looking for, definitely reach out because I would love to help. If you love this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can check out others just like it. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Lindsey Vance and look forward to seeing you next time on Living in South Carolina.